Hello and welcome back to Narcritics, giving you your fix.
Hi. So we just got back from watching The Dark Knight Rises. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit.
Why, what did you think of the movie in general then?
It sucked. In general, it sucked. Yeah. I didn't like Batman Begins as much as most people did. I thought The Dark Knight was great, and they just went all the way downhill with this one.
It was like,
Well, no. Again, because it's going to be spoilers here, so turn off if you don't want to see
Spoiler alert!
them. So, like, from the beginning, the opening scene, we've got, like, the opening scene was good with Bane in the aircraft when he's taking it over. I thought that was pretty badass. The effects were great.
The CGI was amazing. That was quite believable, actually.
Oh yeah, no, the effects were great, and it starts off and it's a really good scene. Then we cut, and for any of the comic book fans like me, then you realise that this is 8 years after The Dark Knight, so it's like Batman has taken 8 years off. I think they're trying to do like a, you know, The Dark Knight Returns, you know, Frank Miller, excuse me, kind of trajectory with that, just to get some comic book stuff in there. But it's like, you're still a young man, and if you're a fan of the comic books, I think one of the reasons about Batman's psyche is how obsessive he is about his cause. It's like, what, so he just took 8 years off because of what happened in Dark Knight? I just didn't buy that, for one thing.
Extended vacation. And what's the reason for him coming back? Because Selina takes some pearls, his mother's pearls, from the safe.
No, that wasn't, well,
That was
no.
part of the reason that sparked him coming back, because he started his investigations all over again, and then he realised that...
That was another thing, his mother's pearls would have meant more to him in the comic books as well.
Yeah, instead of letting her get away with it.
Yeah, he's always getting fucked up about that in the comics. My favourite scene in the movie, again, I keep mentioning comic book fans, but I think, obviously, we're all familiar with Nightfall, right? So my favourite part was that this scene right here was in the movie. The famous back-breaking scene from Nightfall, that was in there, so that was cool.
And it was good. That scene as a whole was really good.
Yeah, that scene...
That was the best scene, I think,
that
actually.
That was great, because I thought that, you know, obviously Batman was going to lose the first fight with Bane, and I thought he would just lose easily, but he didn't. It was like a real good fight. But then Batman comes back and just beats him easily, which defeated the whole point. Then you realise, oh, Bane was nothing anyway, so...
Yeah, Batman versus Bane, like, at the beginning it was like, oh, Bane kicks his ass. It's like, oh, money, whatever. Then he falls into the pit and whatever, his back's broken. And then he gets back up after a broken back and then beats Bane like it was nothing, like you just said.
Yeah, that's right, because it, like...
What's the point?
When we see Bruce... He's all fucked up on, like, crutches and everything, and I thought he was faking it, like this was some kind of, like, sting to get Selina.
Yeah.
Then you realise, no, he's actually an old man all of a sudden, like, he was fine at the end of Dark Knight, and they never explain it. They don't explain, like, why he's suddenly injured or anything. He's just hobbling around like an old man for no good reason.
Apparently he's just lost the cartilage between his kneecaps for some reason, you know.
Yeah, why? Why? He was in, like, the pinnacle of human, like, shape, right? This is Batman.
Yeah.
It's like he has a few days off and...
Climbing around buildings and what have you.
But what point did that serve in the story? It's like, okay, I can understand you've got bad knees, you've had time off, so they're trying to make him the underdog, he's not the same Batman he was. That would be fine if he wasn't going to get his back broken. So, like, why didn't you just leave that out?
And then break his back.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting off the point. Yeah, what else did you think? We had Anne Hathaway as Catwoman.
Oh, I do have an opinion. It's not a good one.
She wasn't bad. I thought she was right.
She wasn't as bad as I'd make out, but because she's not Michelle Pfeiffer, that's me going. But no, I didn't like her outfit for one.
I've got really nothing to say about her. I thought she was kind of pointless. She didn't do anything for me at all.
She didn't. She was just. I think she was just a filler.
Yeah.
And she didn't have the same.
And she's actually the one who kills Bane.
After everything Batman and Bane have just been through.
Yeah, Batman and Bane have.
She just comes in with Batman's bike and shoots him dead.
Yeah, and you'd like here's Bane and here's Catwoman, bang, and that's the last we ever see of Bane. That's it. Like most of the movie is about Bane, and it's just
Bane the brush.
He just falls over. He just gets knocked out of the screen, and that's it. We never see him again. And like. Okay, the big twist. Batman dies in the end. Or does he? We don't know. But the audience, or at least we didn't even care that Batman had died. It's just like, oh yeah. And it's just, boom. It's not like an epic death. He just flies a bomb out on the Batwing, or the Bats they call it. It's the Batwing.
It is the Batwing.
And he like goes on a suicide mission and then he blows up. And it's
Yeah,
like, that was it.
That was part
then
of the
then it
reason.
cuts to the tombstone with Bruce Wayne, and it's just Alfred at his funeral. I was like, God, this is like, why did I sit through this shit?
No, that's it though, because it was so abrupt. It went from Mushroom Cloud Batman to Tombstone. We thought it was actually that bad that we thought it was a joke. Like, oh, Batman's going to come out of the tree and pat Alfred on the back.
In the old
like
Adam West stuff, you know, Batman always gets out of the situation. We thought, yeah, he's
ejected himself from the
he
the
must
Batwing.
have ejected at the last minute, but no.
No, he's dead. Batman is dead, ladies and gentlemen.
But then he might not be dead because Alfred sees him at the end. But then you're not sure if he's dreaming. It's like the worst ending I've ever seen in my life. I can't even explain to you how much this ending sucks.
Because what they were trying to do, the way they were trying to do it, the way, in fact, all of the character deaths and all of the character scenes where it was meant to trigger sadness or me being upset or me at least feeling a little bit of emotion, because it was that badly delivered. Like with Batman's death, it was just a mushroom cloud and a tombstone, because it was so badly delivered. The emotional response wasn't there. So for me, that was really terrible. That's why I think it's a terrible ending.
Okay, it was too long as well. The story was rather simple.
Dragged out, yeah.
And they just dragged it out forever. Batman was weak. It was like, I found him like just completely weak as a kitten throughout the movie. I was like, isn't Batman supposed to be hard as nails, and that's the point?
Same with Alfred though. They turned him into a blubbering ex-girlfriend type. Like, Batman, don't go out there and get hurt.
All Alfred did throughout the movie was cry. And like, I missed, like, they had some good banter in the first two movies. They're kind of friends, and you enjoyed the interaction between Alfred and Bruce. And this is just crap.
It is.
Robin's in the movie, and he's like this grown man detective called John Blake. And so, yeah, exactly. Any comic book fans know who ever heard of a Robin called John Blake? I think I would know, right? And so, like, who's this guy? And he's like. And he inherits the Batcave at the end because Bruce is dead. And so what? So they're going to carry on with like Robin with no Batman? Maybe a Red Robin kind of angle? It's like, why was that necessary?
Like I said to you earlier, it's like having garlic bread with no bread. It's useless. It's no point.
No, but the guy, even if they are going to do this, he was hideously miscast as Robin, even if they're going to carry that on.
I think he's got Robin's face, but he's not got his age.
No, but it's like, it's nothing like a Robin. Oh man, I could talk about that forever. But, alright, anything good about the movie? Cillian Murphy had a cameo as Scarecrow, which I always like to see.
But we didn't have his mask on, which was pretty disappointing.
No, he's been my favourite part of any of the movies, aside from Heath Ledger. I think, the Scarecrow has been great. I'm always happy to see him return.
Yeah, the cheesy deliverance of the lines.
Again. The lines are horrible.
No, some of them were pretty good. Like Catwoman turned around, like one of the enemies behind her said, "Doesn't it hurt you walking in heels?" And she's like, "For you, it does." You know, like, but it doesn't even. You don't even see that move, do you?
No, the camera work again is awful. Like they got the fighting right in The Dark Knight, but they've ruined it again in this one.
I kind of liked Bane's lines, actually. They were pretty funny.
Well, Tom Hardy's, just did a great job. But
oh, of course, yeah. That was perfect casting on Tom Hardy.
Christian Bale's voice is worse than ever. Like, if you thought, like, it was like, don't play games with me, Joker. If you thought it was bad in The Dark Knight,
what does he say?
It's even worse.
Where's the trigger?
It's even worse. They didn't try and pull it back. They went right over the top of it. I don't know what I can say about this movie. I really can't explain. We've been talking for 10 minutes, but I really can't explain how bad it is. You really have to check it out for yourself. Most of you will probably love it. I think comic book fans will hate it.
But movie fans, people who just watch movies in general, I think you'll actually quite enjoy it. But if you like you say, if you're a comic book fan, a Batman fan, then you really aren't going to enjoy this. Just stay away. For your own good, stay away.
It's extremely disappointing. Because I was expecting so much. Maybe I was always going to hate it because I was expecting so much. So it had a lot to live up to after The Dark Knight. Yep. But no, that's not the truth. It sucks. I only said that because I want you to be aware that could be the case. The truth is, it's a piece of shit. Alright,
not forcing our opinions on anyone or anything, you know.
That's all I have to say. I don't think there's anything else I need to say.
Yeah, me too. Basically, yeah. This is Narcritics giving you your fix. Don't watch Batman. Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, but the Man of Steel trailer was pretty good, so check that out when it comes out.
That's next year, though, isn't it?
2013, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we'll talk to you about that at the time. Bye for now.